Sorry that this is going out so late. Um, Computer kept on shutting down, so couldn't get the background up. And anyways, but truck qualifying is over, and it's nice to try to have some actual results for you. So John Hunter Nemechek is on the pole again. Corey Heim, both of the Kyle Busch Motorsports trucks lineups. I think you want to start with John Hunter Nemechek. He had some early troubles in the season early on, but now it looks like he's found his form. He wasn't exactly dominant at Darlington last week, but he did come away with the win. He did look really decent in here. His practice rank was ninth, but I'm really not looking too much at that. Looking at his good qualifying speed. So I think he can get out there and lead. Heim, I don't think, is a really a big threat for him to go and to be able to overtake him. I do like Ty Majeski, though. He's really come along. I think he have the speed that they should have had. So I think Zane Smith will do well. And I think, John Hunter Nemechek will lead a bunch of laps, but I think Zane Smith will get out there also. Stuart Friesen qualified fifth, but what happened with him is that Bubba Wallace had to qualify for him because he had travel issues. He should be able to get there, but he's starting at the back, so I think he's a GPP for me. Same thing with Chandler Smith. It's great to see these Kyle Busch Motorsports trucks all having a bunch of speed for the track here, but I think just he's been good on certain types of tracks. I don't really like him a ton here, so GPP at 10-2 for me. Riley Herbst coming from Xfinity, jumping in the Gillian truck. It's a decent truck, 9,000 is a good price for him. He was fifth fastest in practice, so I think he's somebody considering cash games too. Kraus and Tanner Gray are eighth and ninth, not too interested in them, maybe a GPP. Matt Crafton, he's a veteran. He's been here. He's raced this track 23 times, knows it pretty well. So I think, you consider him in your cash games also. Colby Howard, I think he started a little top here. 6,900, the price is decent, but I think, drop him down there. And Matt DiVendetto, it's nice to see him do pretty well. He's 15th in practice and 12th in qualifying. So I think you can consider him at 8,000, but just with his whole track record this whole season, I think he's more of a GPP. Jack Wood starting 13th, sixth fastest in practice, but he's just got into too much trouble this season. It's a fade for me starting too far forward. Chase Purdy, $200 more than him, starting 14th, 16th in practice. GPP, I mean, he might finish in the top 20, but not super interested in there. Ben Rhodes, he's one of the ones that got a little bit loose in qualifying, fourth in practice time. Definitely a cash play here. If you want to play him over Zane Smith, or I can understand that. There's a little bit of place differential, rotate him in. But I think my prime play in this region here is 16th, Carson Hocevar. Finished second last week. He has been knocking on the door. He really wants that first win. He's targeted finishing second. And I think definitely this is not a 16th place truck. I know he's 17th in practice, but I think he can get up there, top five, maybe even lead some laps here, be in contention for the win. So definitely a prime play for me here. So I think he and Zane Smith are going to start my lineups. If I might go John Hunter Nemechek over some. I might split my cash here and go one with Smith and one with Nemechek, but Carson Hocevar second guy in. Christian Eckes, same thing. Good in practice, qualified 17th. Definitely a place to go up here. I really kind of like him because he says he loves this track, and these Thor trucks have seemed to be decent here. And 4 races, he's got 2 top fives. I think he can finish in the top 5 here again. So definitely at 94, I think he and Hocevar make good place differential plays. Haley Deegan, GPP, looks a little bit better here. Practice 21st, qualified 18th, but just hasn't had a good season. It's kind of a sophomore slump, so not super interested. Dean Thompson is starting to put together. He's 20th in qualifying, 19th qualifying, 20th in practice. If he can finish where he starts at 6,500, I think that's a decent cash play. Ankrum is starting a little bit lower. He was 18th in practice, 20th for qualifying. So I think at 82, you can play him in cash because he's just been really good and solid recently also. Grant Enfinger starting 10th overall in practice. So starting 21st was just a little bit of a surprise in qualifying. But then again, I said some of these guys were pushing it too far in the apron of the truck and you got a little loose. So I think he can definitely move up there also. But I think he's more of a GPP. I'd rather take and pay up a little bit more for Hocevar, Eckes, and this here. Jesse Little, I think you can lock into cash at 54. Veteran driver, very good. Been at this track many times. Definitely think that he didn't look too bad in practice. He was actually 18th, qualified 22nd. It's a good truck, so I think if you're looking for some value, he's someone to put there. Austin Lane Self, starting where we want him to, maybe a little bit high at 23 here, but 6,800 is the price getting a little high. I'd prefer him to be in the 5,000 range. If you fit your cash build, that's fine. I think I'd rather take Dean Thomas here. Chris Wright and Lawless Allen, they weren't super fast in practice. These trucks haven't been super successful this year. So GPP plays. If they last guy in cash, I'm fine with that. But Timmy Hill, I think, is another prime play here. Very good at this track, 23rd in practice, 26th starting position. And he's in 4 races here. He's got an average finish is 22nd. So I think at 6,100, that's a pretty fair price for him. I think he can probably get up into the top 20 there. Blaine Perkins and Matt Mills, GPP. The 20 truck did well last week without Mills driving it, but sometimes reliability issues. Perkins at 49. It's a fair price too. 29th in practice. He's probably going to maybe get up to the 25th position, but I don't think he's going to go too far up. And then down at the bottom here, Josh Reum, not interested in, not a good truck. Spencer Boyd, he's had a rough season too, GPP at 52. Brendan Poole is not in the 46. It's actually Ryan Huff. I did not see him on DK. Maybe by 8 o'clock tonight when the final DK, maybe he'll get added to player pool. If he is, he's not, whatever his pricing is. His speed was 25th. I think, I don't know. The Glory to God racing program has just been really slow and not reliable, but depending on what his pricing is, his bare minimum, maybe a GPP, but I don't think they add him to the playing pool. Trey Hutchins hasn't raced in trucks in a couple of years. He's about a 36th place driver, so not interested there. If there were more trucks, I don't think he would have qualified. Timmy Hill's kind of an enigma down here, or Tyler Hill, because 5,000 is good price, but he was 30th, and this truck just looks slow, but does have potential. It's not a horrible truck. Usually the Hill Motorsports program is good. This is the second truck for them. So I think 5,000 potentially in your cash. I think it's more of a GPP just because I just got a bad feeling with being this far down here in practice time and qualifying. Might not have any speed, might be a couple laps down. Jesse Inwood, I think you can play here at 4,700 in this Reum truck. I know he's been horrible in Xfinity, but that's in his own truck. The Reum truck is a little bit better than what he drives in Xfinity. He's a veteran driver, knows the track well. At 47, again, if you need somebody for cheap, if you're trying to get 3 10K guys in, makes sense. And Tate Fulgerman is starting last because he had a mechanical issue, couldn't qualify. At 6,300, I think it'll be pretty popular, just starting dead last and moving up. But we've seen cars and trucks with mechanical problems in both series recently start last and just break down and just not finish. So I think I'd rather take a chance if I'm going down here in like Inua or Tyler Hill, definitely over Tate Fulgerman. So that is pretty much the breakdown. Thank you guys for joining us here. And sorry again for the technical difficulties on the front end. So a lot of time before 8 o'clock tonight. I don't know if they go through another inspection or something like that, but some guys could be dropping to the back. So just make sure you check out the comments to this channel around 7:30 tonight. And if anything else is going on that's going to affect this race, if it doesn't look like Tate Fulgerman is going to be there and he's not going or not, sorry, Stuart Friesen's going to be there in that truck and he's not even going to be scored, we'll let you know so that you don't play him or any fades like that. So TK and I should be back tonight with a cup video. They should be doing practice and qualifying as we speak or sometime this afternoon. So we will have the lineup and the practice and all that information to put on in the sheet for you, and we'll have the sheet up for you. And I'm just doing a normal video, and you'll be able to find that probably sometime late overnight or early morning tomorrow. So thank you guys for watching this live experiment. And something that we'll try to do potentially from time to time when we actually have the ability to have all the qualifying data and stuff and do it between a race. So thanks again for watching, and we'll see you next time.